Hi guys, this is Advanced Product Filter with Pagination tutorial series, using a PHP script with JavaScript, and under this part, we will make a gender filter, using a radio button click event. By using a gender filter, the user can filter product for a particular gender from the list of product, simply by clicking on a radio button, using JavaScript with PHP. Now let's start making radio button filter. So first we have to go to index.html file, and here we have created one division tag, with it is equal to gender filter. Under this tag, we will list different radio button, for gender filter. Next we have go to JavaScript code part, and here we have made load filter JavaScript function. This function will display different types of filter on a web page, but here first we have made gender filter. Under this function, we have written a JavaScript fetch method, and under this, we have written process.php, with a question mark, action variable is equal to filter. So it will send a request to this PHP file. After this, we have written then method, and under this, we have written callback function, in response as an argument. Under this function, we have written return statement in response.json method. This function will receive a response from the server, and convert into JSON format. Next we have again written then method, and under this, we have written callback function, with the response data as argument. This function will receive JSON data. Under this function, we have written if statement, and under condition, we have written response data.gender. If this condition true, then it will execute if a block of code. Under this block, we have again written if statement, and under condition, we have written response data.gender.length value is greater than 0. If this condition true, then it will execute if a block of code. Under this if block, we have write HTML variable is equal to division tag, with class is equal to list group Bootstrap 5 library class. Now we have written for loop, and under condition, we have written variable I is equal to 0, I variable value is less than the value of response data.gender.length, and I variable value increment by 1. Under this loop, we have written HTML variant, and here we have appended HTML code like label tag, with class is equal to list group item class. Next for creating radio button, here we have write HTML variable, and here we have appended HTML code like input type is equal to radio, class is equal to form check input, MA1 and gender filter. Here we have also written name attribute is equal to gender filter, and the value is equal to response data.gender I index.name variable, so it will display radio button, with gender name as value. Now for display gender name, here we have write HTML variable, and here we have appended HTML code like response data.gender I index.name variable, so it will display gender name on the web page. Same way, we want to display total number of products of particular gender, so for that, here we have written span tag with class is equal to text muted, and under this, we have written response data.gender I index.total, so it will display total number of product, gender wise. So here, we have store gender filter HTML data has stores under HTML variable. Now for display under gender filter division tag. So here we have written $function with division tag it gender filter dot inner HTML is equal to HTML. Now when the page has been loaded, then we want to call this load filter function. So here we have called load filter function, which will be called when the page has been loaded in the browser. So here our JavaScript function is ready. Now we have gone to process.php file. And here, we have written if statement, and under condition, we have written is set function, and under this, we have written $get action variable. If this variable value is set, then it will execute if a block of code. Under this block, we have written $data variable is equal to the array. Under this variable, we will store different filter data. Below this, we have written $query variable is equal to select gender, count sample id as total from sample data group by gender. So this query will return gender list from the sample data table. After this, we have written for each loop, and under condition, we have written $connect variable with query method, and under this, we have written $query variable as $row variable. So here query method will execute above query, and return query execution result, and by using a for each loop, it will fetch data. Under this loop, we have written $subdata variable as $array variable. Under this variant, first we want to store gender name data. So here we have written $subdata name variable is equal to $row gender variable. Next we want to store the total number of product data. So here we have written $subdata total variable is equal to $row total variable. Now we want to store this $subdata variable data under this $data variable. So here we have written $data gender variable is equal to $subdata variable. So here we have store gender filter data under $data variable. Now we want to send Ajax request in JSON format. So here we have write echo statement with JSON encode function, and under this we have write $data variable. Friends, here, we have refreshed page, and after a refresh of the page, here on the left side, we can see radio button has been displayed with gender name. So when we have clicked on any gender radio button, then that gender product must be loaded on the web page. So for this, we have go to load filter function, and here we have written gender elements variable is equal to document.get elements by class name method, and under this, we have written radio button class gender filter. After this, we have written for loop, and under condition, we have written my variable value is equal to 0, I variable value is less than the value of gender elements variable dot length, and I variable value increment by 1. So this loop will check the property of all radio button. Under this loop, we have written gender elements with my index dot on click event is equal to callback function, so it will add on click event to each radio button. So when we have clicked on any radio button, then it will call this callback function. Under this function, we have called load product function, with two arguments. In the first argument, we have written page is equal to 1, and in the second argument, we have called make query function. So when we have clicked on any radio button, then it will call load product function, with two arguments like page number, and different filter, which we will make under this make query function. First, we have go to load product function, and here we have written second argument, query variable is equal to a blank value. Now we have gone into load product function, and under this fetch method, we have appended query variable under this URL, so it will also send the value of query variable with URL when it sends as a request. Now here, we have created make query function. This function will create query for all filters. So under this function, first we want to make a query for gender filter. So here first, we have create a query variable with blank values. After this, we have written gender elements variable is equal to document.getElements by class name method, and under this, we have written radio button class gender filter. Below this, we have written for loop, and under this, we have written my variable value is equal to 0, I variable value is less than the value of gender elements dot length, and I variable value increment by 1. Under this loop, we have write if statement, and under condition, we have write gender elements variable, with index.check. This condition will check, if radio button is checked, then it will execute if block of code. Under this block, we have write query variable, and here we have append string like, and variable with gender filter variable is equal to gender elements variable with index.value, so it will store checked radio button value under this query variable. Lastly, under this function, we have write return statement with query variable, so this function will return gender radio button query string, which is an output of this function. So here our JavaScript code is ready. Now we have go to process.php file, and here we have write $var variable is equal to blank value. Under this variable, we will store SQL query where condition. Below this, we have write $search query variable is equal to blank value. Under this variable, we will store filter query data, which will be get from URL. Now here we have write if statement, and under condition, we have write is set function, and under this function, we have write $get gender filter variable. If this condition true, then it will execute if block of code. Under this block, we have write $var variable, and here we have append query like gender column is equal to trim function, and under this, we have write $get gender filter variable. So here we have where condition for gender filter. And below this, we have write $search query variable, and here we have append string like and gender filter is equal to trim function, and under this, we have write $get gender filter variable. So here we have create URL data, and store under this variable. Now here we have write if statement, and under condition, we have write $var variable value is not equal to blank. If this condition true, then it will execute if block of code. Under this block, we have write $var variable is equal to where, and then after, we have append $var variable value. Now we have go to select query, and here we have append value of $var variable, so it will add where condition under this select query, so it will make select query, with where condition. Next we have go to pagination code, and here in previous page link, here in load product function, we have add second argument as $search query variable, so when user click on previous page link, then it will load product with filter. After this, we want to add second argument in next page link, so here in load product function, we have write $search query variable as second argument. And lastly, we want to add second argument in pagination page link, so here in load product function, we have write $search query variable as second argument. So when we click on pagination link, then it will also display product with check filter condition. So here our code is ready. Now we have check output in browser. Friends, first we have refresh page, and after refresh of page, here we can see product skeleton has been loaded, and after some time it has display product on web page, and at the left side, we can see gender filter radio button, with gender name. Now we want to check radio button click filter is working or not, so here we want to load only boys gender data from all page. So we have click on boys radio button. After click on boys gender radio button, here we can see that product skeleton has been displayed on web page. And after some time it has load only boys data on web page, and here we can see that total 1100 product has been found from database, and here below, we can also see the pagination link also. Now we want to check pagination link is working with this filter also, so we have click on next page pagination link, and after click, here we can see that product skeleton has been displayed on web page. And after this, here we can see that next page product has been displayed on web page. So here gender filter has been working by using radio button click event, using JavaScript and PHP script. So under this part, we have learned, how can we use radio button filter, under our e-commerce website product filter project, and implement gender filter for filter product for particular gender. In next part, we will implement price range filter, under this our product filter tutorial, and filter product which come under particular price range, using JavaScript and PHP script.